Okay, hello. What is up, you beautiful fucks? I am Brandon. This is going to be my first podcast. Hopefully, I'll have more people join me on this because I'm pretty sure you don't want to listen to my dumbass on this beautiful microphone. Cause it sounds good. Anyways, um, so today I'm going to be talking about some dreams I've had, some experiences I had. Later on, when hopefully I get more people on this podcast, I will have games for the for the crew to play. I will have challenges and shit for you guys to do and interact with me and the other people that will hopefully be on here. Um, so yeah, let's get right into it. Let's start with this big red ball. So I've had this big red exercise ball since middle school, and there's been some pretty interesting stories that have gone with it. The the first time that someone got hurt was I was coming home from school with my friends, and usually after school, me and my friends hang out. Usually it's at my place, and so I come home and I call my mom on like every day. I tell her like, "Hey, I'm home. I made it safe. I got this for homework, whatever for dinner, blah blah blah." And my friends, they decide to go, I don't know, some fuckery while I'm on the phone, and I'm in the kitchen talking to my mom, and all of a sudden I hear this loud bang, and next thing I hear is my friend laughing, like laughing his ass off hysterically, like he has lost his shit. He was I walk over and I see my first friend. I don't want to give out names, so we'll just call him Jay. We'll call him Jay, yeah. And so Jay thought it was a good idea to but he thought it was a good idea to lay on his stomach on the big red exercise ball and roll down the stairs. And when I walked over, I didn't see it happen, but I heard it obviously. And so I walk over, my friend Jay is holding his head, and there he's at the bottom of the stairs holding the back of his head. There's a there I see the big red exercise ball. And my other friend, we'll call him Big C. He's laughing his ass off, and I look over, and at the bottom of the stairs there's this big fucking hole in the wall, and I asked like what the hell happened, and they explained it to me. And my friend, he wasn't terribly hurt, but obviously it hurt a lot because it was the back of his head. And so I tell my mom, because like I'm still on the phone with her, and I was like, yeah, just hit his head and he broke through the wall. And we didn't want to get in trouble because we were young and dumb. We've done stupid shit before, so we blamed it on my dog, saying that we were coming downstairs and my dog tripped us, and one of us fell down and busted through the wall. I went to call my dad about it, and I explained everything to him, and he was like, "Oh, is John okay?" And for me, I was pretty chilled out about it. I really didn't have a reaction to it because I was on some like heavy medication, and it was like it was very mellow because it was supposed to help me focus in school. And so I was just like, yeah, it's okay. The wall's not okay though. And so that's the first story. The second story, it was me, Big C, and this other friend. We'll call him Umar. We were bored, nothing to do. My parents weren't home again, so we decided to go outside and bring the big red exercise ball. We were just fucking around by like bumping into each other, and we only had the one ball, so we did this thing where one of us would hold the ball and the other person would come charging at him. And I was filming it on my phone. I wish I still had the video, but anyways, Big C, he comes up and he is just like hauling ass towards my friend, and they collide, and Umar goes flying back. He's sort of like struggling to get up, and he's holding the back of his head, and I didn't realize he was hurt. I was just laughing at the fact of like how far he flew back. So my friend, I walk up, and I was just being an asshole, and I just like started teabagging him while holding the camera, so like you got like a first person view of me teabagging him. My friend, he gets up and he's holding his head. He's all like, I hit my head. And I was like, oh, are you okay? And it didn't seem he hit his head too bad. He was bleeding a little bit, and we found out that he hit his head on our neighbor's tree root that was sticking out of the ground, and it I don't know the chances that he hit that exact spot, but out of all of the space we had, he just happened to hit his head there. And so we run back inside, we get him a baggie full of ice put on his head, and we just like go back upstairs and we let him sit it out, try to relax and recover, because he seemed pretty out of it. He wasn't really talking that much. He was walking really funny. So we're in my bedroom, we're watching TV, and 15 minutes go by. My friend, finally Umar, he's like, hey Brandon, can I see your phone? And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, man, like whatever you need. And he takes my phone, starts typing some stuff. He's typing for 5 minutes, and there was a Coca-Cola can on my nightstand next to him. And so he reaches over, turns the can at an angle, and he stares at it, waits, and then goes back to typing. And so it took him like a good 7 minutes to type on my phone, hey Brandon, can I have a Coke? And I was like, damn bro, you must be really fucked up. So everything was all good. We fixed up the hole in the wall. My friend, both of my friends were okay. There was no really big injuries or anything like that. So I guess like a follow-up story I want to add on to is my friend Umar. We again, it was after school. We were walking to my friend's house, and it was a big group of us, and out of nowhere I see my friend Umar. He picks up a stick, walks up to a random tree, not the same tree that he hit his head on, just a random tree, and he starts beating the tree root with the stick. And he's just like, yeah, fuck you, tree root. And no one bothered to tell him that the owners of the house were standing outside having a conversation. And so I see my friend, he's like, fuck you, tree root. And I look over, and the owners were standing and they were like, "Excuse me," and he's like, I'm sorry. And so he walks back over with us, and we were trying so hard not to laugh, but so that's it for the big red ball. I still have the exact same one. Hopefully I can create more stories with it, but whatever. So I guess the other thing I want to talk about is a couple of dreams I've had, because I mean, what else am I supposed to fucking talk about?